Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We have an update on the Nord Stream 1 gas pipeline turbine, which currently still rests on German territory, and it's supposed to get to the Russian territory so the German territory can have gas sent from the Russian territory. There are a lot of comments and statements made by various people, various leaders, and I think they're all weasels. The thing is, some are more weasels than the others, but in this matter, I don't think it's important. And the weasels are both sides, located on both sides. The Western weasels, in this case Germany, Canada, and other guys with Siemens, they point their fingers at the Russians, who do not want to get the turbine back, and actually they did not need to get the turbine repaired or anything. Even that they say. Now on the other side, the other guys say, well, we can't take it back because we lack the proper documentation, because we are under the sanctions of the European Union and we cannot violate the sanctions. They're so by the letter of the law or whatever, the sanctions. So they both show they want to blame the other side, and we have an article here coming from Reuters, and it's from today, August 4th, 2022, and this is the title. Russia says it wants Nord Stream turbine back, but needs documents. You know how it works. If you were, and I'm guessing you work or you are employed somewhere, there are some policies, protocols, and all that. They are over there as a guidance, actually, because those protocols could be overturned, bypassed, ignored, according to the circumstances. If the circumstances dictate something, all those protocols are forgotten. Of course, by people who have the power to do that, which is sometimes the guys who are in charge of the protocols, or not even those. So the same here. I'm pretty sure that if the Russians wanted the turbine, they didn't need any documents from those guys, just get the turbine there. But all of a sudden they are by the protocol, by the by whatever they sign, the documents. So I'm quoting, and I'm not quoting, that was a warning that the Russian law restricts coverage of military blah 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 blah, coming from Reuters. We don't cover any military thing here. So Russia said on Thursday it wanted to get back a turbine for its Nord Stream 1 gas pipeline that has been undergoing maintenance in Canada, but that is needed documents confirming the equipment is not subject to Western sanctions. So Russia has blamed the delayed return of the turbine and the malfunction of other equipment for reducing gas flows to Europe. However, Siemens Energy, which has been conducting the maintenance, says the turbine could be returned immediately, and some Western leaders have accused Russia of using the issue as a pretext to cut energy supplies in revenge for sanctions imposed on Moscow over its actions in Ukraine. I'm 99% certain that plays a role too. You place sanctions on me and you want everything delivered from me just like this, with a snap of a finger. And they say, no, you hurt us, we're gonna hurt you back. You are not invited in the Ukraine-Russia party. You invited yourself and you spoiled the party, let's put it this way. You know what I mean. So I'm just using a euphemism so it doesn't look that awful. So I'm quoting, Gazprom would very much like to get this turbine back. But it was not Gazprom who introduced sanctions, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said, referring to Russia's state-owned gas company. And I'm quoting again, Gazprom needs to protect itself from sanction risks. This turbine is its property, end quote. So Russia's Kommersant newspaper cited a source familiar with the details as saying on Thursday that on August 3, Gazprom received a package of documents from Siemens Energy, including a green light from Germany's Federal Office for Economic Affairs and Export Control for the turbine to pass customs controls until July 26, 2023. Yeah, but you see, you got the Brussels on your back too. So yeah, you can say we want to do this, but the sanctions were not imposed by Germany per se. It was imposed by the European Union. So it's like Germany will violate the sanctions. So I don't know what kind of paper they received. They say they received the right ones, and that should suffice. We'll find out. So further, the paper added that there was no need for a separate transportation waiver, as the turbine is not covered by any sanctions, and that Siemens Energy was ready to support maintenance of a Nord Stream 1 equipment by providing a resident engineer. So that means the Russians are not not cooperating, it seems like, right? Siemens Energy also told Gazprom there was no need for an official sanctions explanation from the European Commission, and that the United Kingdom has also confirmed to Gazprom in writing that there was no sanctions preventing the return of the turbine, Kommersant said. In reply to a Reuters request, Siemens Energy said the turbine was ready for operation and could be transported immediately. And I'm quoting, "If the operator really wants the turbine, he'll get it," end quote. It said in emailed comments. So Gazprom did not reply to a Reuters request for a comment, and Germany's Federal Office for Economic Affairs and Export Control declined to comment. Why do you decline to comment if everything is clear? But as I said, Weasel right there. Why don't they want the turbine? Let's say want it. Because Germany is not allowed to fill its gas reserves for the winter. Very clear and simple. Why? Because putting pressure on Germany, Germany will follow up with pressure on European Union and others. So this is the game that's played. Part of it, one little aspect of it. And can I blame any part on this? No, I can't. The Russians are, under the sanctions. They are at war with a country that had nothing to do with Germany. Germany introduced itself, barged in with no invitation to the party, let's put it this way, and they want Russia to abide by each and every document signed, or the Russian companies, but they reserve the right to the European Union to impose sanctions on them. Now, what if they impose sanctions on Germans, saying we're not going to send you any gas because you guys impose sanctions on us. So we impose on you no gas for you, no soup for you. So how about that? But it's true that Russia also needs the money, the revenue coming from European Union, which is a big chunk. And unless Russia is ready to cut that off and say, okay, we're going to engage in mutual destruction, they will play this game little by little and sending messages to Germany. And Germany still pretends that it didn't do anything wrong, and Russians are just bad, or Gazprom is, a bad customer. Well, where is Nord Stream 2, by the way, Germany? Oh, you did not want it open because who? Oh, they told you not to do it because of this. Otherwise, if you would not listen to them, you are still guilty of the Second World War. I got it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.